enough to make you conscious of the things you don't see. I'm not your Negro. Read, read, read. Never stop reading. And when you can't read anymore, write.
In America, I was free only in battle, never free to rest.
I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. Those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it.
You don't know what's happening on the other side of the wall because you don't want to know.
People are trapped in history, and history is trapped in them. To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all the time. The American ideal of racial progress is measured by how fast I become white.
The question of having to deal with what is unspoken by the subjugated, what is never said to the master. Whether having to deal with this reality was a very remote possibility. It was in no one's mind. When I was growing up, I was taught in American history books that Africa had no history, and neither did I. That I was a savage, about whom the less said the better, who had been saved by Europe and brought to America. And of course, I believed it. I didn't have much choice. Those are the only books there were. Everyone else seemed to agree. If you walk out of Harlem, ride out of Harlem, downtown, the world agrees. What you see is much bigger, cleaner, whiter, richer, safer than where you are. They collect the garbage. People obviously can pay their life insurance. The children look happy, safe. You're not. And you go back home. And it would seem then, of course, that it's an act of God, that this is true, that you belong where white people have put you. It is only since the Second World War that there's been a counter-image in the world. And that image not come about through any legislation on the part of any American government, but through the fact that Africa was suddenly on the stage of the world, and Africans had to be dealt with in a way they'd never been dealt with before. This gave an American Negro for the first time a sense of himself beyond a savage or a clown. Now here in this country we've got something called a nigger. It doesn't in such terms, I beg you to remark, exist in any other country in the world. We have invented the nigger. I didn't invent him. White people invented him. I've always known, I had to know by the time I was 17 years old, what you were describing was not me, and what you were afraid of was not me. If any white man in the world says, give me liberty or give me death, the entire white world applauds. When a black man says exactly the same thing, he is judged a criminal and treated like one, and everything possible is done to make an example of this bad nigger so there won't be any more like him. I'm a man. But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. And you gotta find out why.